BBYO. My name is Greenberg from Miami region, and today I am so incredibly lucky to be welcoming Jackie Tohn, an actress, writer, and comedian who you may know from Nobody Wants This and Glow on Netflix. Jackie is also a proud BBG alumna and our BBG Alumna of the Year. We are so excited to be here today. Without further ado, I'm going to ask you some questions. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks, Queen. Killer intro. I was like getting lost in your diction and the whole thing. I lived.
Wow, I'm very honored.
I mean, I'm sitting weird, but I had to release something in my low back, so just forgive it.
It's okay. If it makes you feel better, my feet don't even reach the floor.
Oh, you miniature mouse. How tall?
5'2".
Oh, so just a high chair. 5'2 is not even that
on my driver's license, 5'4".
So God bless, of course.
Let's not tell the government.
Thanks. Okay, good.
So you work across so many creative spaces: acting, comedy, writing music, and producing. How did you discover that you didn't want to stick to just one lane?
Well, definitely a lot of answers, but later in life, diagnosis of ADHD. And I have always had so many interests. In the earlier part of my career, you know, it's interesting. You think if you have a lot of interests that, oh, great, I could put those on my resume. Those are more things that I'm interested in. But sometimes you can be interested in so many things that it's actually confusing for the people that are trying to hire you. They're like, well, wait a minute, are you this or are you this? And I guess for me, as the person who does those things, I never really found it that confusing. But the people hiring you are like, well, are you an actor who sings or a singer who acts? And I'm like, well, what does that mean? I'm a person who does things. But I guess it was just, I just like to do. Here's the shortest answer that I've just come up with. I'm incapable of anything else other than like doing shtick, being an actor. It's like anything involving the entertainment business. And so I just try and tackle as much of it as humanly possible. It all really like wakes up different creative parts of my brain.
So I actually really like that you touched on ADHD because being a high school student, I actually do suffer from ADHD myself, and it's gotten in the way of a lot of things I do in school, and it has led to some rejection. So how would you say that aspect of your career has led to rejection in creative fields?
Well, it's a tough one, with the ADHD, because it's like I can like hyper-focus sometimes, and then sometimes, like I was doing an interview earlier today, and I'm telling you, she would ask the question, and then I would just be staring at her face going like, Jackie, think of what she just said. What did she just say? She just asked you something and you can't even remember what she just asked you. So in those instances, it's definitely challenging. But then I also have a weird memorizing superpower where I just can look at something like once or twice. That also could be part of partly because I grew up acting since I was 9, and I've really tuned the memorization muscle in my brain. But as far as connecting ADHD and rejection, I'm not really sure. I think maybe there's a part of me that's like, because I'm such like I have such an internal combustion engine. I wouldn't even know how to take no for an answer, which is like really works in your favor as an actor, because you're being told no, I would say 99.9999. Some people are told no 100% of the time, and then you just maybe decide to go into a different field. I think I was told yes just enough that even though I wasn't, I would say, a successful actor, but I was told yes just enough to keep me going. Yeah.
So as you've said yes to so many different roles, obviously it hasn't all been one lane, the same role all those times.
Right.
So being that you've played so many different characters, what draws you to a role when you decide to say yes?
I love that question because it suggests that I am such a wildly successful actor that all these scripts are piled up on my desk and I'm like, yes, no, when really it's hard to get a job as an actor, and I go on auditions, and obviously if something feels deeply wrong to me and it doesn't feel like, recently I was going to try out for like a zombie horror movie where the woman's daughter is possessed, and there's like a huge scene of her like murdering her daughter and it would be shot in the woods for months at a time. And I was like, oh, that actually doesn't sound like I don't want to do that. I don't want like 6 months of my life to have been like covered in fake blood, running, screaming, hyperventilating, falling in the woods. A lot of actors, oh my God, that'd be amazing to them. That sounds incredible. And getting on stage and telling jokes and holding a guitar sounds like a nightmare to them. It's like we're obviously all very different. And so I think most of the time the things I try out for, I would be really pumped to do. Obviously, nobody wants us at the tippy top because what a gig.
I mean, obviously, like, you resonate with that role, so obviously that's going to be something you're drawn to. And on that note, when thinking about teens who may be aspiring to be writers, comedians, actresses, speakers, what would you give them as advice when it comes to choosing whether or not they want to continue in that field or go into that field?
Okay, so the main thing is if there's anything else on the planet that you can imagine doing, I would really recommend doing that. Because the entertainment business is so fickle. There's almost no stability. I mean, I have so many friends who we would all consider like very successful actors. I mean, successful actors and like still aren't earning enough money to really, not have multiple other jobs. So it's a hard one. I mean, I didn't make it to a point where it could be my only gig until pretty much nobody wants this. So those are my two pieces of advice are like, if you're like, it might be fun to go on auditions. It's like, guy, and I mean that and to anybody, like it's a struggle, but it could be very rewarding. And the other thing I would say is make your own things. And now that we have Instagram and TikTok and people can be creators, I mean, we all have podcasts. Everybody has lights in their, you know what I mean? Like you have the ability now as a young person coming up to really like make your own stuff creatively and put it out there. And if people it doesn't even have to be big. It doesn't even have to blow up or go viral, but it's showing people in the entertainment business that you have a thing to offer and you don't have to sit there and wait for the phone to ring. Cause I think that's sort of a death sentence in this business for sure.
So obviously, as you said, your creativity stems from so many resources that you have around you. And obviously, the teens in BBYO have so many resources around them. So as BBG Alumna of the Year, looking back, what parts of your BBG experience still show up in your life or career today?
Oh, I mean, the community of it all, the love and respect of Judaism and how much that plays a part in my life. Also just culturally, I just feel my grandparents were Holocaust survivors and I had a bat mitzvah and I went to Jewish sleepaway camp and I was in BBYO. And so I've always felt, I always do this when I talk about being Jewish, but I think it's because it's such a feeling. It's so inseparable from me and who I am and my identity. Like, I just feel like I never met Mel Brooks in my life. I was watching a documentary about him the other day and I'm like, this person is in my family. Like that is just, and then when I'm meeting, the BBYO, the youth of BBYO, I'm just like, I mean, look at you. We look alike. I'm just like, it's funny. I just feel, it's just a thing you can feel. And I know it's just cultural, but we all just feel so connected. And a lot of that for me was from my BBYO upbringing and Jewish sleepaway camp and all that stuff.
That resonates a lot with me, and I think that message will really resonate with the rest of the Jewish youth, being that we're all growing into the strong, confident woman that you are, especially the BBGs, from my perspective. So, unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today. Jackie, thank you so much.
You're such a delight. Don't you start with me.
You are.
Now we're fighting, and the people don't need to see us fight, but you are so cute, and you're so great at this, and I'm so pumped for you. Do you want to be a broadcaster of any kind, or are you just like...
I want to be a senator, so
yeah, let's go!
Oh,
okay, amazing.
So, Jackie, thank you so much for joining us today, and we are so incredibly honored to have you as our BBG Alumna of the Year. Thank you for continuing to inspire the Jewish youth and all of the people you surround yourself with. Continue to be creative and spread your leadership to everyone you meet.
Thanks, Senator!